Graham, back-to-back wins here at home to end off 2024. You must be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, really pleased. I think tough game. They're a good team, Chesterfield, and they make you work. I know the first half wasn't what we aspired it to be. I thought we were turned the ball over so many times. We were slashing at things, and we weren't connected in our press. We were doubtful as a team, and they got the upper hand, and they deservedly went in front. I think I was really happy to go in at half time 1-1, settle the players down, remind them about what we're good at, and in the second half you saw the performance from the boys. It was magnificent. We pressured them all over the pitch. We turned the ball over. We created chances to score, and the winning goal was a brilliant finish from Sars from the press, and we hardly had any opportunities conceded. But whereas the first half, we were way too open. We were non-committal, and we were our own worst enemy. But you have to give Chesterfield credit as well. They've got a lot of good players, and so we're delighted with 3 points, big 3 points following on from Port Vale, and it just keeps us ticking along.
To see the team come back like that during the game to a setback going 1-0 behind must be really pleasing in what's happened maybe in recent months.
Yeah, well, look, it's we spoke to the players before the Port Vale game about this is a time for character and personality. About when these big games come along, if we want to be successful, then we have to show why we want to be successful. It's you can't timidly win. You have to stick your chest out. You have to take responsibility. You have to commit to actions, understanding you might not get them right, but you're still going to commit to what we train to be every day. And I think the players have shown that in two contrasting games, two contrasting ways. But today, coming from 1-0 down, getting that equaliser, but the second half performance was, well, you could tell looking at the atmosphere, the way the crowd were in the second half. It was electric. It was brilliant to be involved today.
On a personal note, making a change in the first half, to see it have an impact like it did must be really pleasing as well.
Well, they scored their opening goal 4 minutes after they made that change, but it just, the game wasn't going our way, and we had to make a couple of changes. Hunty, unfortunately, is injured. Lewis Richards reported ill this morning, so we had to make a couple of changes anyway. Wanted to keep the team fresh, but we just didn't get the balance right, so we just had to fix that. Jay had just got booked as well, and we couldn't afford to go to 10 men. So made the changes. Unfortunately conceded a few minutes after that, but we had a better balance about ourselves, and Bobby brought us a bit more composure in those forward areas and took the ball in, looked after it really well, and he's got the equalising goal. Brilliant run from Pato first and foremost, but Bobby's run is really committed to where we want to hit, and it's a great finish. I think he's flicked it through his legs with his right foot, so fantastic for him. And
the aggression that we showed to get those 2 goals must be what you're looking for as well.
Well, look, we train like that. We've been like that since the start of pre-season. That we've worked exceptionally hard on the players' fitness. We don't want to sit back and watch another team have the ball. We don't want to play in our half. We want to be in the attacking areas as often as possible. We want to put teams under pressure, and the second half was that. It was exactly what we need to be. But a couple of boys coming into the team have been missing a lot of game time maybe, and it was just a bit fragmented. So I think the second half will be a brilliant learning curve for us as a group to see the contrast from the first to the second half, because you can't tell me any of those players in the second half didn't enjoy being in part of that, because that's what we have to be. We have to enjoy these games, and the full crowd, 2 good teams at the top end of the table with the same ambitions, and to come out on top, that's a great feeling, and got to do it all again in 3 days' time.
3 wins and a draw from our last 5 in the league. It's a real building block going into 2025, isn't it?
Yeah, and you throw a Stockport win in that, which when we made 6-7 changes as well, it's you're talking about 18-19 players maybe been part of I think 4 wins out of the last 5 in all competitions. That's it's great for the players to understand the strength of the group, to look around and think there's good competition, but there's good players around them. They're not on their own trying to win games. But there's a long way to go. There's a lot of work to do, and we can't take our foot off the pedal. If we do that, you see what the first half produced. The second half was more like us, so we'll get better. We have to do the right things in between games, which the players have been great at, because to repeat that sort of energy, you have to have a strong professionalism about yourself. So we've got 2 more real difficult challenges in the next few days, and we've got to prepare right for it.
Largest home attendance of the season so far today. You've already mentioned how brilliant the fans were, but they really were excellent today, weren't they, driving us on?
Yeah, it's, they didn't go against us, when we went 1-0 down, and we weren't playing well at all. So it could have easily gone the other way, which it has done maybe many months ago. I don't think it's been like that, to be honest, because I think the supporters have saw what the team has produced over the last 6 months, a real strong home record, and they've been a big part of that as well. And second half, it was impossible for a supporter to sit there and not get behind the team when they see what they were doing, how they were competing. I believe that's what a Bradford City team should look like, and I think they responded to that. And when the goal went in, the roof lifted off, and I think we just need that third goal to have a bit more composure at the end. But to be fair, it was brilliant to be part of that whole environment today.
Finally, game at Barrow on New Year's Day. It's important to take this home form away from home now, isn't it? Yeah,
that's where we have to improve massively. We haven't picked up the points that we would expect. We had a real strong away record last season. The home record's really good and strong, but the away has not been as good, obviously. So we have to understand what the challenge is when we go away from home and make slight adjustments to give us the best chance of winning those games. Whatever is thrown in our way as a challenge, we have to overcome it. So we'll have a tough test on New Year's Day. But if we play like we did in the second half, that's our best opportunity to win.